Hey Beck, I'm your Luna, Lish, and I'm here to help you navigate out of your trials and tribulations and move into your purpose. So, if your soul is ready to adhere to its mission, then raise your glass, fix your crown, and settle in. This is Ready to Rain. Peace, Girma, and welcome to episode 6, and congrats on making it through a transformation. Today is all about your realignment. This should feel like a breath of fresh air from all the work you've done in your journey so far. I like to refer to this phase as my respawn point. If you know, you know. So nostalgic. Anyway, a lot of life can seem like a wind-up, like we are just in this perpetual wait mode until something finally shifts. So when things do shift and you come out the other end of the buildup, you can have many different reactions. Relief, disappointment as to the magnitude of the situation, excitement, freedom from the mental load this put on you, lots of different things. But this alignment period is more than just a reset. It's a time to reflect and refocus your efforts. When I finished season 1, I was so relieved to just have actually accomplished a project that I got extremely tired. In fact, as I speak now, I am so very tired. The amount of time that went from starting to actually focus on executing the podcast and my website to recording to completing them both was super short. Up until then, it was just ideas that I would aimlessly work on and felt like I would never actually accomplish. Until I did. And then I was just in a pause. I knew the 6-week break between season 1, I wanted to build all of season 2 and have it ready to go before May 12th, when this season aired. But for the first 3 weeks, I was such a bum. I had no energy for anything. So I listened to my body, made myself rest, and live in the pause with no real pinpoint focus until about week 4 in my off season. This is where I started getting downloads for my next project. Somehow, turning my focus on what's next ended up giving me the motivation and clarity to build season 2. It was like my next set of projects helped me refocus and tune in to my true alignment even more. Like we mentioned in last week's episode, sometimes you don't see more than the step in front of you. And I guess me listening to the million messages saying I needed to learn to rest was how I was deemed ready for phase 2. Think of this time as a purge phase. You've just come through a life breakthrough, and now is the time to take a moment and really review where you've been and the direction you're headed. Is your current view on your life the right direction? Should you pivot somehow? What lighter things can you focus on right now so that you're still moving forward, but giving yourself a break? This allows clarity to come in and reestablish your new goals. I had a completely different idea for season 2 when I was planning season 1. I was super excited and thought I was ahead of the curve because I had the first 4 seasons of my podcast figured out. And then a small series of synchronicities happened, and season 2 didn't just get changed, it elevated. If I fought the pause, then this season would have felt out of alignment for me, and I would have definitely beat myself up over it. Stepping back and rethinking the situation as a whole, and also putting it into perspective with my next few projects, aligned so perfectly, I even amazed myself. And it really just validated how well things are connected, even when you aren't privy to it yet. Using this phase to reevaluate if balance is needed, release stress, and trust provisions you have in place, slowing down and returning to the present, checking your priorities, healing any self-worth issue you have, and really shifting into peace can give you the best possible outcome going into the next phase when it comes. I like to say clarity is in the pause. So, what practical steps can we take to make the most out of this time? 1. Are you holding on to any unhealthy habits, relationships, or thoughts? If so, this is the perfect time to confront them so they aren't lingering in the background of your future. This is a great time to reconnect with your faith practices because most likely you were just hyper focused on finishing something and everything took a back seat. And everything else took a back seat. You can try meditation if you've never tried that before. I personally love to meditate, but I am not consistent with it. And having kids climbing on me all the time makes it very, very hard because they think the world revolves around their tiny little plans. To them, a cookie is more important than my mental state. So I have periods of time where I meditate more than others. 2. Rest is productive. And this is one I have had to continuously relearn. We have millions of thoughts, interactions, ideas, opinions, etc., bombarding us each day. By taking a breather, you are giving your mental time to heal. Your nervous system needs a chance to repair. I just picture this as when you remove dirty laundry from a basket. If it's empty, then there is room for more to come in. That must be significant for someone because that just popped in my head. So, you're welcome. The point is, you can't move forward if your brain is bogged down with needless clutter and you're running on fumes. 3. Reconnect with your spirit team. I really don't care what beliefs you have chosen to have. There's something magical in connecting with the higher power of your choosing. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year is that trusting in that power and letting myself surrender to the magic is what has exploded my reality in the best way possible. I no longer allow myself to obsess over the material world. Instead, if I am crashing out over the sense of no control or impatience, I either rest, do some very focused work, or I work out. The idea that we ever have control over anything is the biggest illusion we let ourselves believe, when really we need to believe that impossible things can absolutely happen. What is meant for you will find you. And anytime I am just really wigging out about circumstances, I ask for help and guidance. When you really pay attention and let yourself believe, signs pop up immediately to help you through whatever you need. 4. You have so much more power than you realize. If you aren't fulfilled by your current path, then redirect your fear of change and the unknown into up-leveling your line of thinking. I can't even tell you how many times a simple mind shift has vastly widened my horizons. And this is one of the first things I teach the mothers I mentor. If you always see blue cars and you want to see red ones, then simply tell yourself red cars are everywhere and you no longer notice there were ever any blue ones. 5. Your awakening and healing needs to happen. I think it's funny because this used to be so hard for me. I could literally walk by someone and trigger them. And it wasn't until recently that I changed my way of thinking and then realized that I am far more than just a trigger. Now, within seconds of meeting or seeing someone, I can tell almost instantly if they are open enough and want to awaken their soul, or if they still have a journey to be on, and my presence is simply the next step in their process. Once your body decides it's time to really live in the life your soul was meant for, you can try to stop it, but life will force you into it. The universe knows when you are ready, and if need be, someone like me will come around and blow up your nervous system. We focus so much on our 3D and are disconnected from our higher selves for the beginning of our lives. But once we reach a certain age, and that age is completely different for all of us, there is no more being lost in that world anymore. It's time to step into your purpose, and if you are listening to this, then absolutely believe the universe is screaming at you right now to let go and be open to the blessings and changes that are trying to come in. Let me, right now, be the reminder that you are a spiritual being lost in the human experience. And it's time to wake the fuck up, reconnect with your soul and its mission in this lifetime. Take a step back to rethink the things you are doing and ask yourself if it feels right or wrong. If it feels right, then surrender to the next phase and look for all of the signs. If it feels wrong, then pause for as long as you need and ask for the guidance that you seek. Really, the hardest part is really embracing the signs and not continually asking for more. They're always there for you when you need reassurance, direction, and peace of mind that, yes, everything is working out in your favor. As always, I love your faces dearly, and I cannot wait to see you next week. And, sneak peek alert, but if you're interested in receiving a more inclusive mentorship from me, then hold on to your butts because something fantastic is just on the horizon. So make sure you're signed up for my newsletter so you don't miss a drop. And I'll catch you later. Bye.
핸드폰 속에 너와 나눴던 얘기들은 아직 남아 꿈만 속에 꿈이 아니겠지 꿈이었어도 나 헤어나오지 못했어 I don't wanna wake up just wanna back up 우리가 함께했던 것을 난 너무 슬퍼 눈을 가렸어 아무것도 보지 못하게 넌 아마 내가 오늘 미워둔 기억 속에서 너를 찾고 있겠지 더 많은 것이 변해 우릴 갈라섰다고 난 변하지 않았어 You know what have I done to you all of my life But before I said that you were far away This song can never reach you 이 노래를 듣게 된다면 이미 늦었어 This song can never reach you 아무 일도 없던 그대로 우리 다시 돌아갈까 너무 많이 돌아왔나 우리 다시 돌아갈까